No. No! Everybody dies alone. My name is Trever. I think. That's all the book I had when I woke up in the back alley behind this inn said. Just one name. Trever. I assume that must be me. I don't know why else I would have it. At 7. He's a kindly old man with a very long graying beard. He allowed me to stay at the inn for free when I had nothing else. That was a day ago. He tells me that it's fine, as long as other people don't need to rent the room out. I thought I should try to find some clue about myself. The library seemed to be a good match for that objective, but other than multiple copies of Taming Dragons, I haven't found much. Still, it's not a bad book. This book I actually enjoyed reading. I don't know who this Lord Blackthorn is, but what you write makes sense. Still, there's nothing in here about me, or who I may be, or even any mention of who Trever may be. I suppose I should keep looking. I always thought llamas as sort of a comical creature. It never really occurred to me someone would write a whole book about them. The songbirds of Britannia. Britannia. That sounds so familiar. It must be the name of the world, but when I think of the world, that's not the name that comes to mind. How strange. since I found no clues of myself in the library. Some thought to my situation in this world. I can't go on charity forever. Apparently, however, there was no local news. Or even world news? I don't know the reaches of the town crier. Do they have a network? Is it magical? Or do they just run letters from town to town? I can't say. My thoughts turned to the tavern. It's a pretty common place to find stories, gossip, musings. All I found, however, was a job posting. Along the way, though, to the job that I had in mind, there were a few creatures. First, the pack horse that didn't seem to belong to anybody, but it wouldn't listen to me. With the horse ignoring me, I set my sights on a creature I thought might be easier to tame. A simple dog. However, he too ignored my invitation to follow along. Maybe next time I'll try to tempt it with a steak. Arriving to the farm, I find my job ready and waiting. I am to pick cotton for the local farmer. As much as I can carry, I suppose. In return, I should be given my fair share, a portion of the crop. With the work done, I couldn't ignore my stomach anymore, but I hadn't a single coin to my name. I decided to try and bake some money, for at least enough for a simple breakfast, from some of the townsfolk. Thankfully, they took pity on me, and I had enough at least afterwards to get a bite to eat. With the excess cotton, I thought maybe the tailor would take an interest. It was strange. The moment I walked in, I saw the spinning wheel and the loom, and I sat down and immediately set myself to spinning it and weaving it. I had no idea how to do this, or rather I shouldn't know how to do this, but I did. Was I a tailor before? Someone that used to spin clothing. Was I good at it? I don't know. Looking at the thread, at the cloth, I couldn't imagine myself with a needle and thread putting it all together. But the cloth itself was simple to make. Why would I know how to do one and not the other? I wish I could remember something. Still, I had fresh cloth, and this is a tailor shop, so I decided to try and sell some of the cloth. To my luck, they were interested, and they bought some. I left the shop that day with more than enough gold in hand to do what I wanted to do, at least for today. With my coins, the first thing I wanted to do was go to the cobbler's. I wanted a new pair of boots. These shoes that I'm wearing, they're uncomfortable at best. After the cobbler, I decided to go to the alchemist shop. If I'm going to maintain my job at the farm, I'm going to need to be a little stronger. Something to carry me through the day, to fortify my body against the hard work. I don't know what I was in my past life, before I lost whatever memories I had. But I apparently did not have a strong physique, and some minor healing potions in case I sprained or injured myself while on the field. That done, I decided then to go to the tanner. My small shirt, while some might consider stylish, I thought was a bit too flashy. And honestly, it didn't insulate very well. It was rather cold. And a strong leather jerkin. That would be enough to keep me warm. And a pair of leather gloves to protect my hands while I worked. That made sense. With some new simple leather clothing, I decided to go to the local mage's shop to learn something, get a bit of knowledge, try and improve my mind. One of the mages offered to teach me, in exchange for some currency, of course. 200 coins later, and I had finished my first lesson. And while I wasn't quite a master, I even had enough left over, enough coins, to buy my first spell. A healing spell. In Manai. Maybe with some more practice, I'll be able to cast it flawlessly. Thoughts of being a wandering healer entered my mind. What a strange and wonderful thing that would be. A wandering healer. With the job for today done, I returned to the inn. Seven was so kind when I first arrived here. I thought I should repay that kindness. I handed him the coins and he was thankful. No mere squatter, now I rent. I can honestly say that I have a place here.